Hello everyone, in today's video we're talking about the types of toxic players in Rec Room, from those spam inviters to the people who beg incessantly for gifts. If I missed a stereotype, let me know in the comments. Enough comments and, well, maybe I'll make a part 2. So pull up a chair y'all and let's get started. Number 1, the gift beggar. Once upon a time, a new Rec Room player with a squeaky voice and classic orange jersey approached a seasoned player at the merch booth. They took a deep breath, inhaled, and screamed, "Gift me!" And thus, a tradition was born. Every single new seasonal or limited time piece of clothing is now subject to this age-old tradition. The pleading, the begging, the bargaining. Whatever you want to call it, I think we can all agree that it's a facepalm moment to witness and can be chalked up to a difference in social class among the level 1s and the level 50s in the game. For the record, not all the players with drips standing at the merch booth are heavy with tokens in their overflowing wallets. Most of us have already made poor financial decisions and are also sighing at the merch that we now can't afford. So this whiny behavior that keeps getting passed down between generations of Rec Room players should probably cease to exist. Number 2, the friendly fire prankster. No one is quite certain when or where a friendly fire prankster will pop up. Are they juniors? Are they only mute players? No one knows. But what we do know is that it's near impossible to get them to stand on the mat when it's time to start a quest. Not only that, you can practically see the gears turning in their head as they slowly grab a weapon and wonder, what if I just shoot everyone in the room instead of standing on the mat? Maybe internally they have a deep-seated issue with authority. Stand on the mat? No, I won't be told where to stand. I'll stand over here, and I won't shoot the goblins, I'll shoot you. Either way, everyone else who has signed up for the task at hand is shaking their head and thinking, why? It's not worth it. Just switch lobbies. Number 3, the trash talker. Wow, you're garbage at this.
Dog water, you suck, you're dead, I win, ha ha ha.
We have all been on the receiving end of these sweet poetic words. You're already clenching your jaw because you've been downed in a PvP, but is that good enough for the trash talker? No, of course not. They have to run up to you, get in your face, and start screaming about how your skills in the game are akin to a canine source of hydration. If Rec Room players could turn beet red and have flecks of spit flying everywhere while on a useless tangent, the trash talkers would. The mute button is really useful in this case, and I'd like to also add that saying GG when you down someone is a lot more mature way to live your Rec Room life. Number 4, the slur spewer. The most appalling stereotype on this list is the person who thinks that running around in a room randomly screaming racial slurs in people's faces is the correct way to socialize or introduce themselves. I've seen literal monkeys in an actual zoo conduct themselves better. Honestly, I have. The monkeys have a whole social order going on, and if one steps out of line, then a higher ranking monkey will come in and restore the peace. The Rec Room version of this, naturally, is the collective group making this face, and someone instigating a long overdue vote kick. The next time you see someone yelling slurs, I promise that you will feel 16% better about your life if you just take the time to point and report. The block button is not too far from there either. Bonus. Number 5, the paparazzi photographer. If the slur spewers are poison dart frogs, then the paparazzi photographers are buzzing mosquitoes. Not toxic per se, but annoying enough that you can't forget about their existence, and you feel like constantly swatting them away before they end up becoming attached to you. The paparazzi get up in your face and all you see is a camera lens while hearing, and you just know your RecNet page is now going to be cluttered with a bunch of macro shots of your chin. What is the point of this behavior? I have no idea. There are many things in this world that I can provide a detailed explanation for. Strangers taking photos of your face is not one of them, unfortunately. Number 6, the mic spammer. When I think of toxic people in Rec Room, I think of mic spammers. The music echoing from the walls of the rec center is lower quality than a bad farm radio from 1932. I'm really not sure if it sounds good on the mic spammers end, and they really do think they're doing us all a huge favor by showcasing tinny EDM music to the whole room, but I don't know one person who enjoys hearing it. If you want to stand in front of the mirror in the rec center and slightly bob your head while your friends cluster around you like moths to a proverbial flame, then maybe just take it to a private instance. Number 7, the voice changer troll. A toxic player in Rec Room that's often overlooked is the voice changer troll. They might be pretending to be 4 years old or pretending to be a girl just to see who they control. Either way, they slide that voice changer all the way up and spend hours in the rec center seeing who they can trick, annoy, pester, and disrupt. I'm personally surprised anyone is fazed by this. Voice changers are fairly easy to identify, and let's be real, most 4-year-olds can't form whole sentences, so when these 4-year-olds are suddenly downing whole teams when on my side in Rec Royale, I have to raise an eyebrow and try not to call them out on their child genius vocabulary. Why troll? Do kids not read books anymore to pass the time? Number 8, the ex-friend stalker. I have never met a more toxic player than the friend who you have for various reasons decided you want to sever ties with. You unfriend them, block them, and they assume that they need to now claw their way back into your life in any way that they can. Whether they now start showing up uninvited to public lobbies, or they use an alt account to try and regain access to you. The ex-friend stalker is a force to be reckoned with. I'll say it once. Take a hint. If you've had this happen to you from more than one person, I advise that some self-reflection is in order. Maybe these people were too polite to let you know that you are being toxic. Number 9, spam inviters. People who spam invite or spam DM should have some sort of cool-off time in their watch. Perhaps a message that pops up saying, your incessant behavior has led to your watch being unavailable for the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes being the equivalent of 5 years for most people's attention spans nowadays. In all all seriousness, if someone doesn't respond the first or second time to your DM or invite, they're likely busy. You know what it's like. You're deep in a boss battle and your watch is the last thing on your mind. Or you're having an amazing chat with a friend and you know it would be rude to interrupt and check your watch. Try to envision what the other person is going through if you're a spam inviter. There's no need for it. 2 invites, 1 DM. That's all you get. Then you need to accept that your friend is unavailable and just move on. Number 10, the false vote kickers. I don't know why false vote kicking is so rampant. The targets are usually people who haven't even said or done anything in a room. Innocent scapegoats are targeted daily and realize with the blink of an eye that they're back in their dorm with an unfounded message in front of their face, explaining why they're being punished. Some of the most toxic people in Rec Room are the ones instigating these vote kicks just because they feel like it. It's a social experiment of sorts. Who will blindly go along? And who will question this behavior and say, no, that person didn't do anything wrong? Aside from being able to kick someone for being AFK, I truly think vote kicks can just be done with. It does more harm than good. If you want to see more types of Rec Room players, check out these 2 videos here. And if I forgot a stereotype, as I mentioned at the start, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you. For more Rec Room content, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here at Team Tarapeutic. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.